Hi, I'm Molly. So today I'm going to be talking a bit about my story and some of my safety behaviours. So safety behaviours can pretty much be anything from objects to toys, a phone, a blanket, or even a piece of clothing, your bed, or a person. And it's basically anything that when you start to feel anxious, you use to feel safe or to feel comfortable. But these things you can start to become reliant upon. And for me, it was a person, and that person was my mum. So I've always been really close with my mum, but I started to become really reliant and attached to her. And this was when, after she'd been in hospital. So she had a brain hemorrhage at the end of 2019, and this meant that she needed brain surgery. And this process was really difficult on our whole family, but unfortunately it left me with pretty severe anxiety, elements of PTSD and panic attacks. So anytime I would feel anxious or panicked, I would go to my mum, and she would always make me feel better, and I started to become pretty reliant on that, and I thought if she wasn't there, then something bad would happen. So I thought I would either faint or be sick, or in dramatic cases, I thought I would die. This started to produce a bit of a vicious cycle for me. So every time I would feel anxious, I would go to my mum, and then I would feel better. But because I hadn't addressed the actual root problem, then I would just get anxious again. And because I felt like I needed my mum there, otherwise something bad would happen, it started to really badly affect me. This was mainly because my mum just couldn't be there 24/7 in case I got anxious. So if I had horrible thoughts or feelings that were making me anxious or causing panic attacks, and my mum wasn't there, then I felt like I couldn't cope with them on my own. So here are some suggestions of ways you can start to try and rely on yourself, even if it's starting small. So writing it down can really help to just get it off your mind, even if it's just temporarily. And also affirmations can be really helpful. So like I used to have affirmations that were saying, I'm not going to faint, I'm not going to be sick, I've just not eaten, or you're just feeling panicked, or just different affirmations that you can read or tell yourself, and that takes up your mind, so you're making your mind busy, but it's also reassuring words that could calm you down. And then also different breathing techniques that might work for you could be really helpful, as well as grounding yourself. So all of these things are almost training your brain to deal with anxiety and become more self-reliant. And the more that you practice this, the more that you try and train your brain, as you can say, the easier it will become, and the more you can rely on yourself and know that you're safe. So hopefully this can help you to rely on yourself for comfort in different panic situations. But it's still always absolutely fine to reach out when you need that extra help, because there's nothing wrong with comforts, but it's just you can't let them define your ability to deal with your anxiety. I hope this can help in some way or another, and thank you for watching.